Be Honest Talk Radio. This is Elmo the Conservative, and I wanted to talk to y'all. This will be a fairly short program, and we're going to do a time capsule. But before we get into that, for the people that are listening on YouTube, please subscribe and click the notification bell. We want you to come back. We want you to be connected to what's going on. Um, we're also on Spotify, iTunes, and Amazon, right? And we have a page on Facebook that you can follow us on. And there's also a Twitter page. It's called X now. I still call it Twitter, Instagram. And you're welcome to send us comments and thoughts on brutehonest.radio at gmail.com. But on now to the time capsule. So here's what's going on. An election just happened, and leading up to the election and afterwards, people have said some outrageous things. Like I said, this didn't just start, leading up to. So earlier this year, last year, basically, as soon as they knew, as soon as they found out that Trump was the man, that he was going to be the man, right? Which after his felony convictions, well, he still was the front runner on the Republican side. But so there have been a lot of outrageous things. And just one thing is that Trump is going to put people in concentration camps and he's going to ban abortion. And so people are scared. There's fear mongering and there's tactical fear just being spread across the land. Another thing that I heard, y'all may have heard within the last month, that Trump is supposed to be separating biracial couples. But they called him Hitler, and people should be scared of Hitler, but he's not anything like him. It's a ridiculous thing. But this is what I'm getting to. There are people who are scared, and they are convinced. They feel certain that there are certain things that Trump is going to do, and I can't tell them. They won't listen to me. It doesn't matter. Even though the things that they're saying he's going to do, he did not do the first 4 years that he was in there. So this is that idea that I came up with. The idea is for people to create a time capsule. Just write down 5 or 6 things that you think Trump is going to do. This is my time capsule box. Black Rifle Coffee, I ordered from them. This is the box. So the worst things, the 5 or 6 worst things that you think Trump is going to do, but you really believe it's going to happen. Write them down. Write them down and put them in a box, shoebox or whatever, some kind of a box, and then write "do not open until 2029 or 2028," and put duct tape around it. And that's it. Time capsule is simple. Some, time capsule is really like some people, they get different things from the era, things that they're using now, and they put it in something and they bury it. And they can go 20 years or whatever. We'll dig it up in 20 years and see if these are things that people are still using or to become kind of an artifact. So this is what I want. The never Trumpers and the fear mongers. I'm sorry. Without calling people any names, just here's my point. If you think that Trump is going to do all these terrible things, write them down on paper, put them in a box, put some duct tape around it, or like I have some masking tape. Okay, that'll do. That's fine. And then say, "do not open till 2029." So what I did, I wrote down some positive things, some things that I think he is going to do. So this is what I got. Number one thing, first thing is that the price of gas in Atlanta will be below $1.25 by January of 2026. That's a little over a year from now. I got gas today and it was about 2.80, $2.80. All right. And because the price of gas is different in different parts of the country. He did this once before. Gas got down to below $1.25 here in Atlanta because of deregulation and making us energy independent and other things that he did to promote the price of gas, or to help the price of gas to come down. Another thing that contributes to that, you may have heard him say, drill, baby, drill. He's going to drill for oil in Alaska and other places, but drill on our soil. And he said, when the price of energy comes down, that brings everything else down. That makes sense, because everything that's at the grocery store, it had to be transported there. And transportation, you got to put petrol in it. So listen, he's better at doing this than I am. I'm just telling you from what I've seen, what I heard, what I know, and that the price of gas. So this is my prediction. I'm putting in the time capsule. Price of gas in Atlanta will be below $1.25 by January of 26. The war in Ukraine will be over by the same time. Some of you may have seen when Trump went on Rogan, and he said that he could end the war. Rogan asked him how. He said, "Well, I'm gonna tell him something. I'm gonna make him an offer, or we'll have a talk." He's basically gonna give Putin an incentive. And Rogan said, "What is it?" He said, "Well, I don't think it would be courteous, or it would be wise, for me to say it publicly. But hey, whatever you can do, if it doesn't cause Russia to be aggressive toward us and cause the war to end, or causes the war to end, go ahead and do it." So by the same time, right, January 26th, the war in Ukraine is going to be over. I just I believe me. He convinced me that he can do that. What else we got? Unemployment's going to be below 4% nationwide. 3% is the lowest you can get. Um, well, for that, let's say 29. And that's what I wrote. Write this on your box. I got Trump predictions, and then say don't open till 2029, right? You don't have to put the month, because January 2029 will be when he's leaving, when the next president is inaugurated. So by 2029. All right. And most of the wall finished. Might be completely finished, but most of it finished. To be more specific, I'll say 1,200, 1,300 miles. 1,300 miles, or 80% of the wall finished, which is good for protecting our border. And uh, freedom of speech will not be threatened. This may be a harder thing to measure, but just on social media, where people have the ability to silence someone, okay, through Truth Social and through X, and just not having legislation with this spreading of misinformation and that kind of thing, where somebody gets to decide what's information and what's not. No, let people say whatever they want to say, and then it's your job and my job to fact check them and to look it up. We have to do the work. Anything that you feel is evil, stupid, or outrageous, look into it, and then rebuttal them with the truth, with truth, with something good. You rebuttal evil or trying to silence someone with freedom of speech and a good answer, a good alternative. So that's all I got. So I'm going to do this on this video. Since we're here, it shouldn't take long. So I got my predictions spanning anywhere from January of 26 to January 29. And so it's closed. See how easy that was? And I just take 2 strips of tape, and that's it. sealed. All right. And then open it, and you can put comments in, on this YouTube video, or email me, or just, to the people that know you personally, just share. If you were wrong about something, say you were wrong. I will. And if I'm right, admit that I was right. But let's see. Let's find out what's going to happen, because only God knows. All right. And this has been a short express episode of Brutally Honest Talk Radio. Thank you, everybody. And we'll catch you on the next episode. Take care of yourself. Bye.